Who's the daddy?
Easy guys, Dom here from Cringy Dad Gaming. So in this video we're going to look at one area from the map of Ghost Recon Wildlands, just to get a rough idea of the scale of this game. So there's 21 areas or provinces in total within this game, and we've got early access to the Itachau area. Now what I've done is I've gone up in a helicopter at the most northern region of this area and put a point down on the map at the most southern tip, and it worked out about 5.3 kilometers, which equals about 3.2 miles to go from that northern point right down to the southern point. And if we did the same then from the west to the east, it works out about 5.1 kilometers or 3.1 miles. So that's quite a good vast area, and remember this is only one out of 21 areas or provinces from this game, which is pretty immense. Now in this first area you will find lots of different towns and villages, and there's, you know, a lot of mountain regions and farms to come across as well, and there's plenty to do. I just found that the scale of this game is just, you know, it's mind-blowing. I think the time I've spent in the beta so far playing this region, I could be quite happy with just this one area and play the game, and there's still plenty to do. The fact that there is another 20 regions outside of this, which again can be a lot larger than the scale of this one, is just pretty mind-blowing. So this is one of Ubisoft's biggest maps to date. It's bigger than The Crew. Now if anyone's played The Crew, which is a driving game, you'll know that that's a massive map. That is obviously pretty much the whole of the USA. I know it's not in real scale to the real size of the USA, but in terms of map size, that is big. So to think this is bigger than that, yes, it's definitely going to give you plenty to do. Now this obviously 21 region map game, it does consist of mountain areas, forests, deserts and salt flats, so it's not even going to get boring on the eye, because, you know, obviously they've got to make sure that there's enough variety. But to be honest with you, with the small skirmishes I was coming across with, you know, the Santa Blanca within this map here, in different little villages and towns, it really did give me enough to do. Lots of things to uncover, and you know, the world is really bubbling with different people going about their daily business. I found farmers farming their land, and you know, people on market stalls. There's a lot of wildlife and cattle as well roaming around, so the world really is living. You tend to find in a lot of these games that have really big maps, the areas can be quite bland and not really well detailed. Well, in this instance that's not the case. In this one province, the actual world was very well detailed, and I was very impressed. Not only have you got the main missions and intel and things like that to track down, you can also search the areas to try and find weapon attachments you'll find hidden throughout the map, as well as different side missions. So there's a lot going on. Just to give you one quick look outside of this province, we're just going to have a quick nose around the outside, and these are the areas that are greyed out at the moment, because these are obviously not available in the current closed beta, but will be released in the main game. We're just going to take a look just down the left side of obviously this main province that we can play in. So the province that we're playing at the moment is pretty much central, so if you kind of have a look around the outside here, give you a rough idea of how big this map is going to be, looking at some of these outside regions. I'm not going to go around the whole of this area because it'll take forever. What we're going to do now is we're going to take a little bit of a helicopter tour. We're going to go up in the helicopter with the ghosts, and we're going to just you know, take a little bit of a flyover just to give you guys a rough idea from the sky what the area looks like. And remember, this is the area that works at about 3.5 miles, I guess, really, from north to south and then from west to east. Now I did actually put a video up showing me running across the map to show you how long that took, and you know, again, that might give you a better perception of, you know, how long it would take you if you're on foot to get across this map. I know there's different ways to get across. I had a real good laugh just riding across the map on a dirt bike, because you can actually ride dirt bikes and lots of different vehicles, 4x4s and cars and things like that. Obviously different types of helicopters and planes as well to get around in. but you know, obviously just running across the map, it took me a while, but you will maybe sometimes come across things that you would have missed if you'd actually been in a helicopter or in a car or on a bike. So it's maybe a good idea to explore on foot a little bit as well. But as you can see, there's lots of different things like this little camp on the right hand side, and they've used a kind of football ground or football pitch as a base to set up there. But this gives you a good idea of, you know, what the map looks like. If you guys have found this video interesting, please do give the video a thumbs up, and also make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already to help it grow. It really is appreciated. And just watch this space for more Ghost Recon Wildlands. What I'm going to do now, guys, I'm just going to leave the rest of the video to play while we just explore in the helicopter a little section of this one province out of the 21. And thanks for watching.
There might be some intel around here. Who's the daddy?